everyone, it's Jen. Welcome to my channel. I have a different video for you today. As you may notice, I'm in a different location. If you do watch my videos, I'm in my kitchen. And you may hear my dog because he is crated at the moment. Otherwise, food and dogs just don't mix. So anyway, to get started, I wanted to let you know I am a VSG patient, which is a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which I had in April of 2017. Best decision I've ever made in my life. I've lost well over 70 pounds with the sleeve, but I do want to let you know that you have to continue going in order to continue weight, because I am at a stage where I have plateaued. I have not gained weight, but I have not lost weight. So in order to lose weight or lose more weight, I am going to go back on the keto diet, which I have done before. We are going to call this lazy keto though. Lazy keto means I don't keep track of things quite as other people do. I have to also be very careful because if I eat too much, I can get very sick, and there are some foods that just do not agree with me. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I eat on the keto diet. I do want to let you know I am in ketosis right now. How do I know that? And that's the first thing I'm going to start with. I purchased these. These are keto strips. You can get them at any drugstore, any grocery store. I paid a little bit way too much for these. They're only 50 in here. And then there is this diagram right here that kind of lets you know where you are. Usually I like to stay in the mid-range right here, the moderate ketosis. While it's great sometimes maybe to get up here in the high fat burning, I also don't want to be in the danger zone. There is such thing as being in the danger zone according to my doctor. So I definitely don't want to, and also that's like if you're diabetic or something, you don't want to be in that zone. I am not diabetic, but also my doctor does not recommend to be in that really high area. So I do try to stay in the mediocre range to make sure I'm still in ketosis, but not super high. I am not a medical doctor, by the way, but that is what my doctor has told me. So just to get started, the keto diet is basically a higher fat, low carb lifestyle, and to be lazy about it, and I will tell you I am lazy. I don't eat a whole lot of fruits in general because my sleeve doesn't like them, but I will eat, sometimes I will eat some kind of berries, and especially black raspberries. So these I will be eating. Hopefully in the next day or two I'll start eating some of these. The bad part with fruit and veggies fresh for me is they go bad very fast, and I have a hard time eating a lot of food, so I have to figure out how I'm going to consume those in a few days without making them spoiled and still stay in ketosis. The other thing I really like are grape cherry tomatoes, because they're easy to pack in my lunches. I can eat these fairly quickly, so that's always, in fact, I have a few left in here, and I'm going to actually finish those up hopefully today because they are going to go bad. I've actually thrown, there's like one in here that's not good. So that's the bad part. I can't eat a lot of food, so things go bad. The other thing is block cheese. I live by block cheese. This is just like the great value. And I eat a lot of cheese. I cut it up into cubes and I sectioned it out. Cheese in general is like a staple. So when I'm going to work and stuff, I will get like shredded cheeses, and I will get pre-packaged cut up cheese. That's always cheese in general. I actually have a crumble cheese, which I did not get out for some reason, that I will crumble to make cheese crisps, and I'll fry them. But you can also buy these. They're called wisps. These are on the pricier side, and really it's like fried cheese that you can make in your broiler. So this is a convenience, like lazy piece, but you can do this yourself. Really, these are expensive, but I like them nonetheless. I also like to get these Aurora Bites, which you can get at any grocery store. These are also starting to go bad. I have a couple left, but these are great to cut up. I put them in my eggs and things like that. So I have 3 left, and I'm probably going to have to eat those today. Otherwise, they're going to be in the trash. So I'll have to figure out how to incorporate that into my diet. One of the on-the-go things that I love are these little seafood snackers. They are $1 usually. I usually can eat half of one of these for a lunch. So I usually have to plan like a lunch for 2 days with 1 pack of these for VSG. So my lunch may look like half of one of these, a couple tomatoes, a little bit of cheese, and that's usually about all I can eat for a meal. The other thing I will do for a lazy keto is, I will just show you this because I was in my fridge and so there's condensation, but I will brown up some meat. This actually has some garlic powder in it, some salt and pepper, and I will portion this out and I freeze it or refrigerate it so I'm able to portion it out for my lunch or dinner, and that way I can eat in smaller portions because otherwise the meat will go bad. I actually got this container out because, oh boy, this is the bad part about avocado. So avocado, I love avocado, but it goes brown very fast. This is just from being in the fridge. So this I'm going to be putting in my dinner tonight. So that's why I have that out. I'm going to eat that. I also love, well, here's some more cheese. Mozzarella in the big blocks. This is just stored in a container or a baggie, a little. And then I cut it up and I'll put it in things. It's great to have. And then I also love pickles. So obviously you're not gonna go in and get like sweet pickles because sweet pickles have sugar. You don't want sugar. Even on lazy ketosis, I try to avoid high sugar items. So this does not have any sugar in it. Has less than 1 gram of carbs. These are a great snack. I do like the ones that are whole though, that are small. The bite-sized ones, they're great. A huge staple for keto is eggs. So here's the thing about eggs. When I first got my sleeve, eggs were like the biggest enemy for me. I wasn't able to eat them, I wasn't able to process them, and they actually made me really sick. But I am able to eat about 1 or 2 eggs now in a serving, as long as I mix it with some cheese and things like that. I'm able to process that okay now. I'll show you a couple other things. Because I'm a VSG patient, I really try to buy frozen veggies, which I know are not as great as regular, but I can't eat, like this could last me forever, unless I'm making it for my family. So I can pre-portion it out, put it and cook it, which is great, or I can put it in the fridge. And I also like Brussels sprouts, so that is, you know, another veggie that I will eat quite often. The only thing is, I got this, I'm a little concerned now, is this is like the cracked pepper version. Sometimes with a sleeve, you're very sensitive to spices, and that includes pepper. I can't eat out a whole lot because when I do and I discover a bad food, it will instantaneously make me ill. It happens a lot with things I eat all the time, and then all of a sudden like something was introduced into the food, like some kind of spice or extra spice or a pepper, and I will go crazy. And then it makes me sick. So I'm very careful. I'm gonna try that. That's why I got it, to try it, and we will see what happens on that. A couple more things. So I got these when I first started to try to get into ketosis. They are rosemary almonds, and I got them at Target because they were in the Target clearance, and I got a bunch of them. So I love me some almonds, but what I realized was this has hidden sugars in it because they're like glazed, so I think so the spices could stick on it. This was okay when I first started. As I start paying more attention to how much sugar I am intaking, I would avoid getting anything that has known sugars. So a lot of the almonds that have spicing on them will have that added sugar. So you want to make sure you look at the back and see what is in them. if you are just starting and you get a deal like I did, it's not so bad. I'm just saying, not so bad. A couple more things, and there's a few things in my fridge, which I'm gonna pull out. So I grabbed 2 of these. Not all Atkins products are total keto diet friendly. Let me just make that very clear, because there are some that actually have a lot of green and things like that in it, and there are some that don't. So just make sure you look at the backs. So in this case, this has turkey with garlic and mashed cauliflower, and that's why I got it, because I will not be able to eat the entire thing of this. So if I ate the whole thing of this, the total sugars in here are 3 grams. That the case is I probably won't be able to eat it all, so this is good for me. I'm gonna try it. We will see. The verdict is out. There were a couple things I wanted to try, but like the sugar content was pretty high. Still, even though I know it goes by like the net carbs and the sugar and all that, I still am watching. I'm trying to really, really limit my sugar. So this was something I got to start on my ketosis. I actually had a bag of salt and pepper, which I really liked, and these are vinegar and they're pork rinds. This has less than 0 grams of sugar. If you're lazy like me, not a bad option. However, if you're a VSG patient, this may not be your choice. I tried these because I wanted to see what would happen. These are fried. Okay, they're fried. It says right there, fried. Fried foods is a no-no as a VSG patient. I did try them and I did okay. I didn't get sick. But that doesn't mean I won't if I eat too many. So I gotta be very, very, very careful with those, but that is also just a general recommendation. So I'm going to show you one thing here, and then we'll go into my fridge real quick. So I bought these. They are cheaper on Amazon than a lot of grocery stores. If you can get a coupon, great. So these are the Keto Fat Bombs from Slim Fast. This is a new product. I think they taste a lot like replacements that I've tasted with Atkins. Do not get real excited. They're really small. So they're small. However, they pack the 0 sugar and they have all the coconut oil and stuff in them. They were satisfying. I got them to try. So far, so good. We will see. I'll have one later on tonight. You can make something like this yourself, but if you're lazy or you have no time, there you go. However, with the $10 plus price tag, a little bit pricey for 14 small pieces in a box. And now, don't go to Hogtown and eat all of this, of course, because that's just not a good idea. So I'm going to take you to my fridge, which is right over here. And I didn't want to like sit this stuff out because that's kind of gross to do. But figured I'd grab it real quick. So obviously, as I said, avocados. The only bad thing about avocados is like they go bad, and they go bad fast. So there's that. Right now I am on the sugar-free hazelnut. Not totally my fave, but there's 1 carb in here, no sugar, whatever. I also use heavy whipping cream, so that's another thing that you can put in your coffee, and then you can sweeten it with like some kind of, stevia, whatever. Once in a while, I will use this instead. There's less than 1 gram of sugar in this Ready Whip. My son eats this like crazy, so it's really hard for me to even use it because he like goes to town. Excuse me. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll put a little squirt of this in with a little bit of creamer or something. Just make it taste nice because I am a coffee freak. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away because I don't want to leave them out at all. You can also do like different milks and stuff. I'm not a big milk person, so I don't really want to get, I feel like we're really intimate up here in my kitchen. You can do cream cheeses, but you definitely want to make sure if it's like a sweet cream cheese, could have added sugar. And then I also get, this is new. Okay, usually I get the Keto, is that how you say it? It's like the Irish butter. But I got this Finland imported butter because it is grass-fed. I put a little bit on my eggs this morning. Here, I'm just making sure it's all wrapped up. So, and it was pretty good. I do like the Keto too, or Keurig, or whatever it is. But so those are in my fridge as well. And, you know, you can do sour cream, some dressing, like ranch, I guess, if you're going to do a dressing. But really, that is where my lazy keto stands. I bought a couple products, and then I got them home, and I didn't like them, or I realized there's a lot of carbs in them, so I took them out of my keto. I'm really trying to break the habit of eating crackers. As a VSG patient, crackers are not something I should be eating anyway, but as time has progressed, I've learned that it's a food I could keep down without throwing up or getting ill. So I started eating like a couple saltines here, a couple saltines there, and that's just a bad practice in general. So I'm back to a low carb lifestyle. I'm gonna use my testing strips once a day, increasing my water intake and things like that as well. Being in keto is a lot harder for someone in VSG because of the amounts that you can process and intake. So I can't drink a lot of water and eat. So it's like a one or the other type of situation. So I will keep you updated on my progress. I noticed that when I do keto, I don't necessarily drop as many pounds, but I usually start losing more inches, which is totally fine with me too. But this is update 1. We will see where I am at the end of the week and so forth. If you like this type of series, please feel free to give this a big thumbs up, as I know this is a little out of the norm for my videos. If you're new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love it for you to join me on my venture as a keto person, VSG patient, or if you like my thrifting videos that I normally do, you can follow me in my journey on that and trying to get debt free. So I will talk to you soon, and have a good one.